I start? If I could tell you everything that I have learned so far, then you could be one step ahead of all the painful memories still running through my head. I wonder how much different things would be, dear younger me. Hello, everyone out there. It's another beautiful day, another glorious time to be here. And I have my beautiful ladies with me today. And today is going to be something a little bit different. And we're hoping that we'll be bringing a lot of value to all of our audiences today. Okay, so we're going to get started now. We don't want to waste time because we really want to bring much to the table. And as you join us today, please feel free to let us know who you are, where you're calling, where you are joining us from, the location where you are. And if you have anything to share, the comment section is there. Go ahead and let us know your thoughts. Let us know your thoughts. So help me welcome my sisters I have from Texas, Muturayo. Mutura, you want to say hi to our audiences?
Hello, everyone. Good to be back with you.
Yeah, good to be back with you. And I also have Miss Modupe. Miss Modupe from, sorry. Oh my, the music doesn't want to stop. Miss
I know.
Modupe is here all the way from California.
Hi, everybody. Hi,
Yeah,
everybody. Nice to be here.
nice to be here. I'm glad that we're all here again. We're missing one person. That's Sister Omolara. I'm hoping she'll be able to join us. And if not, we are more than able to get going and to bring value to all of our audiences today. Omolara, wherever you are, we know you are very engaged somewhere doing something wonderful for God, and we wish you all the success. We pray that it will be a blessed time for you and
Amen.
all the other people in the name of Jesus. So let's
Amen.
get started. What are we talking about today? When I was talking to my ladies there about this topic, and it was like, okay, uh, all right, we're writing a letter to our younger self. We titled today's episode as "Dear Younger Me," and what does that really mean? It's just simple. It's a simple reflection of how could I have done it better? What would I have done if I knew this? If I had this, if I was younger, what would I tell my younger self to do? What wisdom, what knowledge, what changes, or what will I say? Oh, please make sure you take this route, make sure you take this step, make sure you do this, so that by the time my younger me is here, where I am now, we would have achieved what we desire to achieve. So we're hoping that people out there will resonate with this. Maybe the younger people, or even it doesn't even matter. Never too late to get started from somewhere. But we are saying that if we could tell our younger self, these are the things, the advices that we would tell our younger selves to do, so that by now, talking about passive income creation, wealth creation, talking about having abundance, living a life of our dreams, we will be able to achieve, those goals. So let's get started. I'm going to start with Murayo. Moturayo, we brought a list of some stuff that we know that, oh, if we could have done this better, how we do it. So we're going to be pointing out those things today. And I hope we all have a good time and have fun doing this. So Moturayo, can you start with us and talk about, what are those, the first and second thing that you would tell your younger self to do?
All right. Thank you. Thank you. It's amazing to be back. Hello, everyone. Yes, today I'm going to be talking to the younger Mutsuraya, right? Yes. And this, just like Adebola said, is applicable to anybody at any age. Okay? Anybody at any age. So, if today I'm talking to the 18-year-old Mutsuraya, the first thing I would tell her is, hey, guess what? You need to start. You don't need to get it all figured out. Start from where you are with what you have. Okay? Now, what is that thing you are starting? Start something of your own. In as much as you desire to have that degree, in as much as you desire, Muturayo, to have those certifications, certificates, and all of that, it's so good to start something of your own. When I say something of your own, go ahead and start an investment for you that will secure that future for you, right? That your retirement will not be dependent on something outside of yourself. Okay. Now, younger Muturayo, how can you do this? Right? Start a business. If I had known that at the end of the day, I'm going to come back to business ownership, I'm going to have to start my own business. Guess what? Starting it at 18 years old would have been more profitable for me than starting it when I did 2.5 years ago.
That's right.
Right?
That's right.
So, younger me, that financial freedom will be easier for you. So, start it right now. Younger me, okay? All those potentials that I have, that you have inside of you, you can start tapping into them now. Not necessarily have to wait until, you know, you have all, you have it all figured out. Let me put it that way. So, younger Moturayo, start right away where you are. Start a business, okay? And that's where I'm gonna pass the baton on.
All right. Thank you, Moturayo. And do you know what? Recently, I was just going through, I think it was the social media, and just trying to see some of the other new ways to make money, the new businesses. I was trying to encourage somebody to get something started. And then, okay, I said there are a lot of things out there. If you don't even do this one, you can always find something to do. And I was so surprised, at the same time impressed to see young people that are, younger people in their 20s making any six figures, because time have changed. So that potential or that opportunity is out there. So Muturayo is saying starting early will be a good one. Don't wait. Even if you're going to school, you can still find something to do. It's never too, you can't go wrong starting early. Simple. Start early and start looking into having a business. Entrepreneurship is the way. Start looking into having a business no matter where you are in the world now, not only in America, anywhere you are, this is the way to go. Modupe, let's go to you. Do you have anything to point out from what Mutara just said, or any other thing you want to say to your younger self?
Absolutely. I better do have something to say to my youngest self because there's always a place for improvement. There's always a place for us
Mhm.
to have, an assessment and we assess exactly what it is we're doing. Like I kind of put it out on my page and I said, it's going this tonight is going to be or this particular time or wherever you're going to catch up on this replay, it's going to be a moment of us reflecting on, am I going to start, should I be stopping, or should I continue? Because that's exactly how it is to me. And so now talking to my younger self and just again piggybacking on what Muturayo had said, there is a reason why we have the word make a while the sun is shining, right? The sun is not going to be here for all the time, right? So there is a time and place for it. So making a while the sun is still shining is absolutely necessary. Another thing that comes readily to mind when we're talking to ourselves or trying to reflect, right? It's let's not be stuck to our old ways because a whole lot of us are so used to this is what daddy says, mommy says, grandpa says, mommy's done, and we
Mhm.
forget the fact that things have evolved. A whole lot of things have evolved. Adebola just said it. A whole lot of younger folks out there are coming out and they're very proud of 6, 7, if not more figures in their earnings potential. So, in that, having said that, I would say the power of leverage comes to play. When we hear the word leverage, then it's like, oh, something is already working for a certain set of people. They've gone ahead of the game. They figured it out. Now they've, developed or designed a platform that is thriving, that you and I can leverage on, that younger folks can leverage on. But what we've been so used to, like I said, is that we try to shy away from there. And so, if I probably was talking to myself way younger then, it's like, hey, can you think out of the box, madam? Can you give yourself the chance to even think outside of the box? Leverage a system that is working. Leverage a system you can rely on. Leverage a system that has shown you proven results that you can, hang on to. And so when I'm talking about leveraging on a system, I'm going to break it down in an acronym that I call the word system itself, saying now I'm saving yourself the time, energy, and money. Some people have already navigated. They figured it out. It's working for them. It's ethical. It's moral. It's legitimate. Don't get me wrong. There are a whole lot of things out there. And that's where, I tell my younger self, do your due diligence. Out of those lot of things happening there is something that will work for you. There is something you can leverage on. There is something that will work for you. Okay. In addition to that, we could, talk from morning till night. If an individual does not believe in him or herself, right? Then there's still a whole lot of work to be done.
Going forward,
so one of the things I will tell is the belief system. What exactly do I believe in? What exactly, as a younger person, am I still believing in what daddy and mommy says, or grandpa and grandma? Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying younger folks should now become disobedient. But I'm saying, right, if indeed you could do a research and, just like, oh, this is working, back it up with data, and then believe in yourself that you can. Believe in yourself that you can. Because when your belief system is taunted, when your belief system is, messed up, it just messes the whole process. Even if you have all the resources at your beck and call, you will probably still be withdrawn because something keeps telling you can't.
You can't do
and
it.
so you need to start telling yourself that you can. So I need to start telling myself way younger, telling our kids right now, so that they become better, element of the community, which is what we're driving and, pursuing. So, for me, for instance, business ownership wasn't it all the way. I was your typical corporate gig. I was your typical corporate babe that is like, okay, it's all about just corporate and corporate. Until, right? Life happened and I had to think out of the box. I didn't have to wait till that long for life to happen and make me think out of the box. I could have done that way earlier and believe in myself way faster so that the result can start multiplying, because there's something called multipliers effects. So again, for me, it's going to be, for right now, leverage the system. It's working. And then, of course, believe in yourself. Believe in yourself way faster so you can go for the results. I'm going to pass it back to you, Adebola.
Thank you, Modupe. Believe in yourself. That's a lot, because just like she said, if you don't believe you can do it, nothing is going to happen. That's just going to set you back. And I love the fact of we've been hearing all this thing about leveraging. And it's not by chance that Modupe had to talk about leverage. Montreal talk about starting. Somebody is thinking, okay, start what? Start from where? Start from where? What am I starting? What kind of business? What? And now Modupe is saying, don't just start, don't just jump into anything. Look for what is working. Seriously, people, if I knew something like that way back, I would have started way, way, way back. So that means that don't bother to start creating something new. Don't bother to start cracking your head like, okay, or which one? Just look for something that is already working. That is how it is now. You can find something working, something that is proven, like Modupe said, legit, and just tap into it. Does it? Plug yourself into that and then start to run with it. Okay? So start early, start a business, not just any business. Make sure, be wise, leverage something that is working, leverage the system, believe in yourself, believe that you can do it. Okay. And in believing, surround yourself with people that can help you. All right. So that you be able to succeed, people that can advise you rightly. And I'm going to chip in that you should be able to adapt to change. Things may not always be the same way it is when you started. I mean, from when you started, there will be changes. If the technology is changing, adapt yourself to it, evolve with it. Don't give up. Don't say, oh, which one, what is this? I can't handle this. I can't deal with this. You have to be able to adapt to changes. Things, I mean, change, they say change is constant, so it's always going to happen. Adapt to changes, be ready to change with the time, evolve with whatever is going on in that field, in that niche that you have created for yourself. Okay. And also, you can also invest in income generating assets. Oh my, there are lots of people on social media that will advise you on this topic. I'm not what they call it, an expert, but I have learned from people, I have listened to people, and I know it's a good thing to do. Invest in, income generating assets. We talk about things like a cash accumulation, life insurance plans. You talk about stocks and real estate. You know, there a long list of them. So you need to find, and in order to find out what you can do, you need to search. You can't just sit at home and be wishing that, oh, what can I do? Which one? No, you have to do your due diligence, like Modupe said. So you have to move out. You have to learn. You have to improve yourself. You have to find people that can teach you, people that are doing well, and let them tell you and point their research. There are a lot of things to learn out there. So I'm going to go back to Motunayo again. Motunayo, more advice for your younger self.
All right. Thank you so much, Adebola. This is really, really fun, right? Yes. Younger self. Listen. Do not just listen, okay? Act on what you've heard, right? A lot going on. Believe in yourself, like Modupe said, right? So the next thing I'm going to focus on is, hey, my younger self, listen. You don't have to necessarily trade your time to get the needed cash that you need. Focus more on what will generate that cash flow for you, right? Focus more on something that will not necessarily mean you have to be physically present for you to get what you need. Something that works while you are still not there, right? All right. Now, I want to say the most important thing is you have to learn from others. So before I go into this, I want to say, younger self, as I'm looking at you, you have a fixed mindset, okay? And a fixed mindset will not get you to where you need to be. So what kind of mindset will get you there is what I call a growth mindset. So that growth mindset, right, will look at things and say, hey, I'm not seeing a failure here. I'm seeing me learning and achieving milestones, right? That growth mindset will say, hey, I'm ready to step out of my comfort zone. So instead of having that fixed mindset, right, work on developing that skill. It's a skill. Some people are born with it. But hey, younger Maturayo, you might not be that fortunate, right, to be born with a growth mindset skill. Now I'm telling you that you can learn it. And even those that are born with it, if it is not well utilized, they can lose it, right? So that growth mindset will help you to focus on something, even though they might be challenging, right? It will help you to say, hey, I want to learn. So I will encourage you, younger Muturayo, to learn from other people. Do not be an island in the journey of life, okay? Study the strategies of successful people around you, especially where you are intending to be, where you see yourself. Seeing myself as a business owner. What are those? I mean, who are those business entrepreneurs that are achieving, that are creating landmarks?
Mhm.
What is common about them? I need to study them. I need to learn from them. So, and that is very key. It's not enough to learn. I mean, the most important thing I would say to me, younger me, is learn and implement, because implementation is what will guarantee the result of what you will, I mean, you are interested in. So passing it back to you, Adebola.
Thank you, Motunrayo. Thank you very much. So Motunrayo just talked about, focusing on get something that will give you regular cash flow is important, because what we're talking about today is talking to our younger self how we can achieve our financial independence quickly, how to create, could we have done better, to create towards creating passive income, and focusing on something that will give you cash flow, learning from people in your field, in your area of concentration. Learn from those who are succeeding, who are doing well. Don't just do it alone. You cannot do it alone. Learn, read books. There are a lot of books out there, paperback, audio books. Read books. You could be driving in the car, you have books, something playing, could be from your phone. There are ways that the world have made these things very easy for us, but we need to grow. Very important. Mudupe, please dive right into it.
I hear you. And when she said, learn from those already in the industry or those individuals who are probably thriving in that area you're looking at, right? So you can also become a subject matter expert. You might
Yeah.
not probably, that might not be your bread and butter, but it doesn't mean you can't learn it and then become, instilled in it. One of the things that, gives me joy and gives all the other ladies here joy is that, we're plugged onto a platform whereby we have coaches, highly revered ones, who have been, doing what it is we're doing in business for years. And they're literally just saying, here you go. You have it at your beck and call. I'm here to coach you. I'm here to mentor you. I mean, what do we hear? Some people who have done so well, just let them teach you how to do that well, right? So that you can also go and thrive in it. So that's one of the joy that that we have here in our business. If that's something you're looking at and you're like, okay, all these ladies, they keep coming and talking about this. Guess what? We are crusaders of this for the long haul. We've
Yeah.
signed up for it, and that's what we are doing. So I mean, you're gonna hear more from us. Just to add on from my own side standpoint, another thing we need to tell our younger selves, or tell my younger self now if I begin to personalize it, is the word discipline. When we keep growing and then we get to that, that adolescence age, is like, okay, I've been under daddy and mommy for too long. Now I have life at my beck and call. I can do whatever I want at however I wish. But guess what? That is the time we want to make sure we do what? Just take a step, press on the brake and apply some level of discipline. With you being very disciplined, you won't miss it in life. With you being very disciplined, you won't, run out of the course where you should be. Discipline comes with a whole lot of, determination. And then you have to stay consistent in what you're doing.
Yeah.
So you're disciplining yourself that, okay, I won't do certain things so that I can focus on my goal that I've already earmarked for myself. So it doesn't come easy, people. There will be days that you fall back. But guess what? There is something also called rising up again and then refocusing and saying, what do I have? Let's get back to the drawing board. So you just need to be disciplined in that, in that avenue while you go through. Stick to whatever it is you've laid out for yourself. Now, certain things might not be working. It's okay to change your strategy, but remain consistent. Certain
Wow.
things might not be going all right. The style might not be, maybe aligning, but you have a goal. You can change the strategy, but just make sure you keep, being consistent. For those of us who probably, have started a particular business venture or what have you, and we're probably like, okay, you know what? Nothing comes easy, people.
No.
Nothing comes easy. When you're talking easy and you're talking comfortability, nah, that is not success. That is far from being successful. I hope you know. Resist the temptation, right, to begin to make some impulsive decisions because now you're like, this is not working. I'm just going to do this. This is not working. I'm just going to do that. It's important for us to stay disciplined, consistent, so that we can win, in the longer run. Another thing which a whole lot of younger selves don't want to hear is patience.
Yeah.
Patience. So I talked about discipline and patience. Hey, people, especially in the world of entrepreneurship, you have to be patient.
Yeah.
Meaning you
A
come with
lot
your
of patience.
garment, a lot of patience.
Yes.
Because at times things get so rosy, you're getting it real cool dandy. And there'll be moments where, it just seems like, oh my gosh, what happened? Did I just not get this well? Have I not mastered my craft enough? But guess what? Those periods, you're actually building. You're actually building. So you have to be patient. If you're not patient, you won't see the results thereof. If you're not patient, right, those sprouts that you probably see will die off very quickly. Those earlier results that gets you like, oh my gosh, adrenaline is just all pumping and you're like, ooh. And then some moments of trying to get you to another higher phase and you quickly chicken out because of lack of patience, you just won't see the bigger picture. So we have to be patient. And there's something when it comes to, entrepreneurship, or just that I tell my younger self that I've learned over, my course of entrepreneurship is mental toughness. You have to be mentally tough because some in your business journey, even in your journey in life, be it you owning a business, being you trying to build up some portfolios for yourself, life will throw everything at you. So just be determined that when it throws lemon at you, you're going to make lemonade out of it. Whatever it throws at you, be ready to make the better out of it. Because that makes you better, is shaping you, is molding you. I have learned this in my journey. I'm still learning. And it's my joy to impart the same on everyone that comes my way. Younger Modupe, I hope you're listening. That would have been what you should have done way earlier. But guess what? It's never late. Because now I know, now I'm doing it, and I'm trying to, I pass on also the baton to as many that comes my path. Over to you, Adebola.
Wow. That was awesome. Thank you, Modupe. A lot of nuggets there. Patience. You have to be very patient. Don't rush. Good things don't come. I mean, not that we can have good things like right away, but you have to wait. I would say, like, you want to create income, you want to build a lifetime legacy. Don't rush into it. Be patient. You may have a period of building and growing, and you're not seeing results right away. It doesn't mean that it's not working. You may not see the results immediately. It does not mean that it's not working. All right. Just keep building, keep learning, keep growing. And the mental toughness, that was another thing. Forget about distractions or about what people are saying. Oh, what do you think you're doing? You're just wasting your time. That will always come. That have discouraged a lot of young people from moving forward. Exactly. No, exactly. So say no to the market noises. I call them market noises. Say no to them and just keep going. All right. So we're going to be rounding up soon, and I'm just going to touch on some other points, some of the things that I would tell my youngest self. Very important. By the time the income starts to come, please don't spend it all on just anything. Remember all the things you've learned. You learned on the way. We talk about talking to people, supportive people that can show you the way. We talk about doing research, learning, reading books, talk to people that knows their guns, that are doing the thing that they've come before you. all those wisdom, all the insights, all the knowledge, begin to apply them. Do not start spending impulsive spending. You have to make sure that you reinvest your earnings. Instead of just spending them anyhow, reinvest to create more passive income. You want to create a stream of income, not just so reinvest. There are a lot of things you can do. You can even help around in your community, but reinvest your money in the best places, in the right things. Don't just eat them all, so that you can have the cash flow continues. And I'm also going to say that you keep learning. Stay up with the trend. Stay up with technology. Stay up with whatever changes is happening in your field, in your niche. Make sure that you are moving with these changes. You are not stagnant. You are not old. You are not old-fashioned. Don't say no to new technologies that can help. And also, just have an open mind. Have an open mind to learn. Have an open mind to succeed. We've talked about believing in yourself. Believe in yourself. What if you believe you can, you can. If you believe you can, you will. And you will have it. All right. Let me just ask the ladies to give us their last words. All right. Muturayo, do you have any last words for our audience? Last
Motupe, I will sure have something to say, okay? And younger me, what I would say is, as we are rounding up this amazing episode, is be yourself. Be yourself, okay? Don't be afraid to try new things,
Yeah,
okay?
that's great.
Do not be afraid to try new things. And above all, what I've learned, and I'm telling my younger self, is do not be afraid to fail, because failure is a sign that you are learning. Okay. So that is it from me.
Thank you. Thank you, Mushara. That was wow. Short and straight to the point.
Wonderful.
That's
Wonderful.
unusual. What do you have to say?
Yeah, great. I'm just going to wrap it up and say that, you know what, folks, nothing changes if nothing changes.
Nothing
We can be
changes.
here and talk about this until we all turn blue. If we
Mhm.
don't make a move and be very intentional and deliberate about things, it's just going to be the same old thing, right? The same hold. But we don't want that to be, right? We want you to make sure you know you're doing the needful. Knowledge learned could be powerful, whatever for all. If it's not applied, I
Yeah.
disagree. It's power. A thousand, 1,000 miles or whatever starts, with just a single step. So just start somewhere. Look at things in your world. Look at things in your sphere of life or what have you. And then begin to see what are those things you need to start that you haven't started. What are those things you need to put a stop to? Those bad habits that is getting in the way and not making you even thrive. Can you put a stop to it? Can you just say bye bye? No more. I'm divorcing you. And what are those things that you're doing very well? You probably just picked up on that you want to continue doing. So I call it the start, the stop, or the continue. Look at
Mm.
things from that perspective. We are open to business, like you can see right there. Feel free to reach out to any one of us. We don't bite. All we do
Oh,
is that we continue to bring value to people in our world, showing them platform, right, that is working and thriving, where they also can start something moral, ethical, and legitimate, whereby they build multiple income streams for themselves and leave generational wealth for their loved ones, for their
yes.
children. That will be all from me, Adebola. Thank
Thank
you.
you, ladies. Thank you, Mushuraya Modupe. It's been a wonderful time tonight, and I mean, it's evening on our end, and
Mhm.
we are glad for those who were able to join us, and those who will be watching this replay later on. Like Modupe said, we're all here. You're going to be watching it on our pages, so you can always reach out to us either by DM, messaging us privately,
Mhm.
or you can just comment on whatever you whichever page that you're watching from, and we will reach out to you. Okay, and for those who are here, you have our numbers on the screen. And we just want to thank everybody for joining us. We will be back again very soon, and we hope to bring another very interesting uh, topic of discussion, and we hope to bring more value. So, thank you again. I want to say good night and have a wonderful rest of the day. We love you all.
We love you.
Thank you, ladies, for
Bye.
making it a fun time.
Glad to have you here as well. Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Bye.